Happy Halloween! I'm not dressed up or anything. I just like saying Happy Halloween. Am I passing out candy tonight? No, I'm not doing that either. One, because I'm here. Two, because, well, if I was at home, nobody comes down our driveway to get candy because we live at the end of a tiny little street down a big old hill that is completely covered in snow. So, and I realize I left. Oh, I'm back. I realized I left the case for my headphones at work, but luckily I have another set, which I will use tomorrow, and I'll just put those other ones away. That's why I have two sets, right? I have two sets of headphones because I am prone for leaving stuff laying around here and there. So I figured if I had two sets, then I will be able to keep at least one set when I need it. So, how are you? How is everybody on this happy Halloween? For me, it's, just a normal day actually, but not, well, kind of a normal day. I am going to show you guys. Actually, I need to do something here. Let's see. Add a guest. Copy link. Okay. I probably should have invited myself to this thing prior to this, but I didn't. So we just have to deal with me because I want to show you what we are dealing with, which is a pain. It's a pain in the butt because it is the snowiest October on record in Anchorage, Alaska. Absolutely insane that we have to deal with the snowiest October on record in the state of Alaska. So let's see if I can link this up and show you guys what's going on. Now I'm probably going to have to mute my other mic here because it might go a little crazy. Allow. And, oh, wait, you know what? I'll just use the mic on here. Okay. Me too. Robbie too. Done. Do I want to, I will do the front camera for now. Okay. We're joining. And all right. Okay. Now I'm on the screen. Can you hear me? I guess you can. All right. Get the headphones off here. Okay. We are at the store. Hello. Leave the door locked. Michael. Okay, now there's sound. Wanted to go to my other microphone. Damn it! Now you can hear me. All right. Let's see. Let's hide this one. Oh, I'm a guest. I can't have control. Stupid technology and me. Okay. Let's go ahead and hide this. There we go. All right. Now you can hear me. Now we'll try this again. Walking through the store. All the cool stuff in the store, but this is the snowiest October ever. Oh, getting snow in my shoes. Let's go over here and look at Michael. What you doing, Michael?
Yeah.
Huh? What's wrong with this one?
Wheel spin?
Is it stuck?
Yep.
Oh, no way. Oh, crap. We have a stuck U-Haul. Damn it. All right, let's see if that worked. Let me get out the damn way. Oh. Oh. Okay. Damn it. Ah. Rocket. Shoot. All right, let's go see. Do we have any boxes inside? All right, this might be an interesting stream. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. You almost got it, Michael. Forward, go forward. Yeah. Woo. And there it stays. Ah. I guess it's going to stay right there. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's where it stays.
Stay for the night.
That's what I was saying. I guess that's where it's staying for tonight.
Yep.
I was gonna go try and see if I could find a box or something we could shove under that wheel, but a little rocking and rolling got it.
I was forcing it a bit.
But yeah, I mean, snowiest October ever.
And we've only had 2 days of snow.
And we've only had, remember we had that one little snow?
That didn't count.
It did count because it snowed at the airport.
If it's gone by the next hour, it doesn't count.
It snowed at the airport and they recorded it. That's why that's why with the one yesterday or Tuesday,
Yeah. So
it was
meteorologist anymore.
It was the snowiest winter already from that snow. But this one made it even. Now this one today made it even stupider.
This is an antique Chinese rice bucket.
Really?
When they carry their pails of rice, where they harvest the rice,
Okay.
and take it to market, what have you.
All right.
What do you think this is? Still Chinese, I'll give you that one.
Okay. It's an antique Chinese watermelon bucket.
Birthing bucket.
What?
Yes. You see, because they're bamboo floors and whatnot, they don't want the leftovers from the childbirth to stain the floor, so they use a bucket.
Oh, okay.
Now, here's my question.
Yes.
Why is this collectible?
I mean, it's pretty interesting.
I mean, I understand why you'd have a different one for your afterbirth than your rice.
Right.
But
because
why is it a keepsake for some people?
it's an interesting story to tell. I mean, do we have a history? Do we know how many baby parts?
Here's my placenta collector.
Placentas were in here. Did you clean it out all right?
I'm hoping the consignment did. I tasted it. I mean, it sounds fine. It tastes fine.
Does it smell a little funky? Oh my goodness.
You guys think this shit up. You know what?
Yeah. Oh no. This box fell over. Look at that. All right, and here's our table where we will be live tomorrow night, no matter what. We are doing tomorrow night, damn it.
We're overdue.
Yes. There's Jody's spot. There's Michael's spot. There's my spot. You can see that, they've got one little 27-inch monitor, 27-inch monitor, 27-inch, 32-inch monitor. Yes. I take care of myself. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Put headphones back on. Ah, damn it. I'm on a roll tonight. I had muted this so I didn't feed back and I forgot to unmute it. So, how's the weather in Ohio? We are dealing with damn snow, as you can see. And they even updated the snow advisory for like later. Let's see, more layers. Weather warnings. As you can see, we got us a winter weather advisory, snow, additional accumulations up to 2 inches, storm total accumulations 5 to 10 inches. Oh my God. Until 7 a.m. Friday. But I could have swore I saw something come over my phone that said it was going to go even later now. Oh, nope. It's been extended until 7 a.m. Wonderful. I think I decided tomorrow I'm going to work from home in the morning. And then I'll come into town later and work from the office a little later in the day. So that way I can get some stuff done. Because I gotta do some other stuff in the morning. But yeah, that's my world right now. Oh my goodness. What a crazy day though, with all this damn snow. I mean, it snowed yesterday, so we got still warm but cooler. Okay. All right. Let's see. Got some winter or some weather warnings here. What do we got? Moderate drought. What? Drought is ongoing in the United States. Is it really droughty? And drought. Okay. Are you having a drought? Is it not raining? That's interesting. We got gale warnings on the lake. We have a wind advisory there. All right, temperatures. Oh, yeah, it looks a little cooler tomorrow, huh? We get into Saturday, Friday. Oh, yeah, cooling off. Let's see. Oh, yeah, 50s. Look at that. 50, 64, 63. So you guys will be in the 60s. That is a lot different than 80s for sure. So, do you get any trick or treaters or no? What's your trick or treater situation like? Oop. Like I said, ours at home is we don't get any trick or treaters. They don't come down our driveway. Especially now, they're not coming down the driveway with all this dang snow. That's for sure. Holy moly. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, they definitely don't come down our driveway. Why am I not live? Oh, it says I'm live. Okay, I am live. Yes. I'm live on X. Look at that. Yay. Woo. Nope, none. You don't get I mean, you guys are in kind of a weird spot out there too. Everybody's gonna go into the city to get stuff, get their candy. That is the truth. So yeah, we are. I don't know. We'll see what the weather. We'll see if we're going to get any more. I don't know if what's in the forecast for the rest of the time here. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see what the forecast is for good old Alaska. Because I don't know myself. So okay, so we have Friday snow up until 4 p.m. And then it's got a little rain symbol too. I don't like that. Then nothing, then snow. You're eating your own candy. Yep, no doubt. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been eating my own candy. Chocolate covered pretzels. And then 30s this weekend, and then rain next week, maybe. Snow on Tuesday. So oh wow, yeah. No, it looks like another storm on Tuesday. Election day. We get snow. Election day snow. That'll be wonderful. Not that it'll matter because, you know, we don't have there's either early voting here like a lot of places, but I always go on the day. I don't know. I'm just like that. I like to vote on election day. I've done early voting before, but I like to go into the ballot area and sign in, show my ID, get behind the curtain, all that fun stuff. So that's what I like to do. I don't know. Some people are different. Some people are like, no, I want to go on the day. I don't want to go on the day. I want to early vote. There's so many options, but obviously we've seen that can get screwed up too, which we'll talk a little bit about here in a bit. We'll follow up on the thing we were talking about on Tuesday. But all right, start out with, oh, look at it. I wanted to show you guys this. Now, we talked about this guy, Niall Harbison, who lives in Thailand and basically runs a dog rescue there. And so they feed 10,000 eight no, they feed like 800 dogs a day. They've done like 20,000 plus oh, will the rain take the snow away? Yes. Yep. It will definitely get knocked down some of the snow, so we'll see. But so this guy does a whole lot for dogs, and he's got, he gets a lot of good donations though too. They're building a hospital at the place he's at in Thailand. The guy from um oh, one of the bands, Wonderwall singer. Who's the Oasis? Liam Gallagher actually got one of the dogs from this guy. He's from this place. And so he's donated to the cause a lot. But they go out, he goes out every day, and I showed this a while back. He goes out every day and feeds these dogs, which is really cool. And there was this one dog named Snickers. He nicknamed her Snickers. And Snickers would always bring him gifts. And I need to go back and find the original. Let me see if I can find the original Snickers story because it's really cool. Don't hit that button. Oh my God. I almost ended it all. The stream, that is. God. Oh Lord. All right. That didn't come out right. I almost ended the stream. All right. So Neil. Oh no, it's Niall. Niall. And Snickers. Let's see what comes up with this. See if we can find the original Snickers story because it's so cute. Oh yeah, so here we go. This is the original Snickers story. This is really cute. So they drive around. There's a whole team of them. They drive around and feed these dogs, and this dog Snickers every day brings a gift to get her food. So we get a shoe. What a pretty dog too. So these people are really, really cool. They go around this island feeding these dogs every single day. So this actually, so let me get back to where I was. Where was I? Oh, I lost it. Oh no. Okay, so then Niall decides that he is going to get her. So let's find this. So now, so the dog that always brought them presents. So they decided it's time for Snickers to find an actual home. So Snickers gets to go, and I probably should turn off the damn song because, damn it, YouTube is stupid like that. So they are going to put her up for adoption. So they brought her to the place, and they went through some stuff with her, got her medically checked. She's making her way into the pack there, and they're going to try and find her a home. Well, then it gets picked up by some other folks. So then we got this this We Rate Dogs X channel. So they saw the story and decided to broadcast it. Twenty 24,000 spay and neutered throughout Thailand. So nice. So that's a really cool story. I like that Snickers is finding a home. That is really neat. This guy is really doing some cool work over in Thailand. And so, yeah, here's some links. Here are some links for, their whole thing. So he's got a book on Amazon. What's a book on Amazon? Check that out. Oh, that's really cool. Featuring Rodney McMuffin and King Whacker. Sunday Times bestseller. That's really cool. That looks like a fun book, but yeah, no, they do a good work. Here's some cool pictures of all of them. I mean, these are all just strays. They're people in Thailand don't have money to take care of dogs. So a lot of them just, they live with them. They kind of try and feed them, but a lot of people will make sure the dogs have food. They kind of run in packs. But when it comes time to, medicate them, get them spayed and neutered, there's no money for that there. There's no money for spaying and neutering dogs. There's no money for getting them flea and ticks. A lot of them suffer from flea and tick issues. That So this makes a big difference. So I thought that was neat. All right, what else do we got today? So we talked about on Tuesday, we talked about the weirdness that happened in Pennsylvania. You guys remember they were shutting down the line early so people couldn't vote, and they were saying it's taking too long. They only had like a couple people working, and then they were saying it takes too long. Yeah, these guys right here. I mean, at 2:30 in the afternoon, they decided, or 2:41, they decided that it was just too. And then, you had these people with these badges on that weren't actually officials. So they make the process slow and grueling so people can't vote. Look at this smug mother. This person is nobody. This person wants to make the election as hard as possible. So when you hear that the elections are the safest and the securest that they ever are. Oh, no audio on that? Oh, look here. What is that? I will share that. Oh, you didn't get to hear that? Damn it. All right, hang on. Yeah, no, I got you. All right. Listen to this. Listen to this smug freaking person here. Let's go back and listen to this again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, now we should have audio.
I have a question. I have to bring someone here about 4 o'clock to vote. Are they
I'm
gonna?
going to ask you to talk to
Are they
this.
gonna turn everyone down?
I'm going to ask you to talk to this gentleman because the voting is closed right now.
It's closed.
I just want you to talk to this gentleman.
We have the right to vote until 4:30.
I get you. Here's
Why
what
is it
happened.
closed?
Let me explain it to you.
Please.
So this is Pennsylvania. This is Pennsylvania, folks.
Okay. This process is very slow and grueling.
That doesn't matter if we're
Very
online.
slow and grueling.
Doesn't matter if
Look
we're
at these
online
people.
by
Look at these
4:30,
people.
We have
The
the right
reason
to
why it
vote.
had to close was because a high volume of people wanted to do this. Slow and grueling.
Well, then they
So
have
they
to
had
wait
to-
till everyone's.
They had to cut the line at 1:45.
They cut the line at 1:45.
1:45.
You hear that, everyone? They cut the line at 1:45.
Here's your.
So these people that have these
This
badges
is,
on
voter
are
fraud, by
nobody.
the way. Who are
not.
you? Yes,
These are not officials. These are not the
It is.
officials. Oh yeah, I'm getting to
voter
that.
protection. I heard about that on X. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Contact
Voter protection. Let's see what
contact
that's
the
from.
county
Look at this
commissioner
smug
to complain.
motherfucker
This
right
is-
here.
And
Somebody needs to just.
so you don't think this is voter fraud?
Look at
This
these
is
people.
this.
Look at these people. And tell me that we don't have a issue. Well, guess what? guess what? A judge has said that what they did is not correct, and they now have until Friday to actually do this. So it was supposed to end on Wednesday. A judge has said that what you folks did is not correct, is not right, and extended it. Oh, let me turn Scott up here. This is Scott Pressler.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Pressler. I have breaking news. The Republican National Committee has won their court case, and due to the voter disenfranchisement yesterday at the Doylestown Courthouse, we now have 3 more days of early in-person voting. Today, Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, and ending on Friday. So get out here right now and you show up in full peaceful force. You make your voices heard and request an in-person, on-demand, mail-in ballot. You have until 5 p.m. today, Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, and on Friday. Let's go.
For someone to sit there and say, well, you just talk to the county commissioner if you have a complaint. Where do these people get off thinking that they can act like this? I have another one. We have another one. Where do people think that they can get off acting like this? Oh, wait. I didn't share it. Let's take a look at this person.
This is fucking disrespectful.
Look what she's doing. She's on my property, taking my flag.
I'm not.
This is my truck. Get away from my truck. Get away from my truck. A crazy.
This person pulled up to take this person's flag off of their truck.
Lady, please. What are you doing right now?
You're a fucking ass.
What are you doing right now? Here's your license plate. What
are we doing?
Get away from my vehicle. I have to go to work. I'm gonna go get the cops involved. Get away from my vehicle now. You cut.
What in the world? Where did we get this entitlement?
What gives you the right to
free?
Have
this is America, and this is a free country. Get away from my vehicle, or I'm gonna press charges on you. Get away from my vehicle right now and get on the road. What are you doing right now? You're like 100 years old. Go in your fucking vehicle and get in the road now. Get in the road now. I don't know what you think you're doing. Touching my fucking shit. You're lucky I'm in a good mood. Get the hell out of here. Look at this lady. Crazy. Because of my flag. Crazy. Crazy Democrat. This is what we have in America. Crazy Democrats. Crazy Democrats. There you go.
What? I don't get it. So, but as Andy's saying here, some businesses in Portland are boarding up over fears of election-related violence. Antifa and the far left violently rioted in 2016 and 2020. So Portland's just a mess. Portland's freaking done. But this person at Gesture Books supports those who engage in political violence.
Owner Catherine Morgan opting not to do that. Her bookstore, Grand Gesture, brand new business owner Catherine Morgan opting not to do that. Her bookstore, Grand Gesture Books, only just a few days old.
When I got the business, actually, the windows were boarded up because of the protest, and they just never came down. And for me, it's like, if people choose to riot for whatever reason, then I think we have to listen to the people.
Morgan tells me while she hopes no damage comes to her new business, she supports the message people could be opting to send come election week.
People won't listen sometimes unless you resort to causing a commotion. And if
Causing
causing
a
a commotion
commotion.
is how the word gets out and how people, express themselves, then who am I to be like, oh no.
Brand new business owner.
Causing a commotion. So we are. How are we this freaking sane right now? How? I can't. It's gone so far. We've gone so far. Michigan. Here's Michigan. Rasmussen reports Michigan, one voter ID with 29 separate votes already. Already. 29 separate votes already. One voter ID. Multiple addresses. One ID. Yep. Nothing wrong there. So what happens? Our election integrity team received reports of thousands of duplicate ballots in Michigan. We immediately investigated, confirmed that it was a glitch. Of course it was. It's always a glitch. At least they found it first, and there's actually, the number was 168,000. 168,000 duplicates that were possibly going to get counted in Michigan. Where we have, where you have 20,000 vote differences, I think 168,000 votes would make a big difference. Oh my God. We're so freaking stupid right now. Everybody is just stupid. And then no, it is. So we have it's going and going and going, and it's not just it's not coming from one side. Everybody is just being dumb. This is a great example of another thing. So this person is Laura Powell. She's a civil liberties attorney and former leftist, still liberal, politically homeless. I like this. This is a very good, thing. Bio. Very honest, right? So she posts this. She posts this funny little satire. Fact checked. This is a staged photo op. Donald Trump refers to it as his garbage truck, but he does not actually own it. Not only is he not employed as a sanitation engineer, he does not possess the requisite license to operate that garbage truck. So she posted this. When you read this, if it reads immediately as satire. As soon as I read this, I'm like, this is satire. This person is being funny. And then you read the second post that she posts. I hope no one sees this tweet, because if it goes viral, I am going to get swarmed by people who think I'm serious. Well, she did not get her wish, as her tweet has up to 3.4 million views. 3.4 million. But what happens? So this person gets it. Next thing you're going to tell me is he didn't really work at McDonald's. So that's, they're going back and forth with the little joke. And then this person, you should work for CNN, because I guarantee they're going to do a version of this fact check tomorrow. You kind of tell that it's, I can't tell if this person's serious or not. Are you serious? Is the left really dumb to feel, some people got it. Some people got it. Billboard Chris, the people without sarcasm detectors are angry, which, This is somebody who took it seriously and is angry. Another angry person. Some people get it, not all of them, but there is a lot of I mean, there's a lot of comments here. There's thousands and thousands of comments. You can't be serious. You know, this person is a podcaster and family first and America first. And if you took more than 5 seconds to even read the second post, you'd realize that it's a joke. Now, that's kind of funny. The thing that bothers me most is he took time off from McDonald's for this silly stunt after barely working there a week. Oh my goodness. But then this person, wow, thanks for the fact check, Captain Obvious. Of course he doesn't own the trucker driver. He's making, I mean, I just can't. You know, this person calling her sad, a bunch of people. I mean, so it just shows you that it's not that we're all, I just can't. I'm so ready. The problem is we're not going to be over. It's not going to be over next Tuesday. We hope that it's going to be over next Tuesday. We hope that one side gets enough votes to put it out of reach. I'm praying. Oh, yeah, I know. And then the Biden thing where he's like biting children. What the hell was that? And people thought it was AI at first. I kind of caught it. I didn't really even. Oh. All right. I got to look. He's nibbling children's legs. This is an actual picture of Joe Biden. You couldn't write this. You couldn't write a series that you just couldn't. There's no way you could even write a series about like this. This is okay, so that's gross. Oh my god. That was definitely AI. All right. So that one before was AI. We're not gonna show that again because they'll probably get kicked off of here. Just what the and the mom is just like, oh, that's so cute. You're eating my children's foot. Oh. Oh my goodness. Well, at least, at least he's insane. I mean, biting baby's feet. Yeah, it's I don't know. God, Lord. Oh. I have no idea. All right, so I am going to show you this cool thing here. Cool. It's not really cool. It's kind of insane. But in Portland, and then I'm going to run off for a few minutes. In Portland, on the riverfront, there's multiple cabins. There's now 6 of these cabins that have sprung up along the river that all have that people have built. Homeless people have built cabins and are actually living in them, and they have solar power. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to run off for a second because I have to go do something. And let me get this up and loaded. All right, there we go.
Side is over here where you see these $1 million condos. So this was hand built, and I just met Chris,
right back,
who had built this. He's going to show me around. It's pretty amazing. Really beautiful fences and stuff. Yeah, and thank you, Chris, for inviting me in, brother.
Yeah, I just gotta
Wow.
watch so no cats escape.
Hardwood floors, too.
Yeah, I got all of it out of dumpsters.
Wow. And so you built this by hand?
Yeah, it's amazing what people throw away.
So you have the $1 million view?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Wow, it's huge, too.
Yeah, at first it was just this bedroom for the first like couple of years, and then I got clean, and to keep myself busy, I added on this out here.
This is really incredible.
If you open that door, there's a addition out there that we're working on. It's going to be the restroom. We'll put a shower in there.
Okay, so this is going to be the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then, can I go outside here?
Yep.
So this goes the front door, or the back door. Beautiful view. Wow. That's really cool.
A solar panel up in the tree there. You can see I got it up nice and high where people won't break it and they'll get plenty of sun, you know.
Oh wow, solar panel. That's amazing. This is really well built, brother.
Thank you.
It's really clean in here.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in, and we haul our garbage out. We try not to be a nuisance to our neighbors, you know. I mean, as much as, you know.
I like that. And then right to the right here, is this your bedroom?
Yep.
May I look?
Yep.
It's really nice. How many cats you have? Is there
I have 5 right now.
5?
But 2 of them, the 2 kittens are going home. They went home and came back for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And they're going back home today. So.
You have a television that works, so you have electricity.
Yeah, from the solar panel. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, the ceiling was just.
Goodness.
People started bringing over knick-knack things, and so I started putting them on the ceiling. So yeah, and I got wood heat. I got a wood stove, you know, that I made right there.
So let me ask you, what inspired you to build this?
Just a need for a dry place to stay, you know. I mean, and I wanted to not be in a tent. I didn't want to be, you know, a tent's camping. A tent isn't a home.
So this guy built an entire home on the river in Portland. And
this up there behind the welding shop, we've been bringing it down here and siding, doing lap siding with it, you know.
And then this is your beachfront property right here.
Yeah.
Or riverfront property.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Too bad there's no sand. Well, this is
insane. So this cabin, which is on the opposite end, has an incredible yard with stone paths, a porch, and sheds for the tools. Oh my goodness. Most of the occupants have cats and seem to love living near the river. I guess, so would I. I live near the inlet. Does that count? Oh, wait, I bought my house. Oh my God, Lee. What a crazy, crazy thing. Oh. So yeah, this is another place, I guess. And then this is another cabin on the river. I guess they haven't had as much time to put theirs together, so. But yeah, it's still pretty expansive. Holy moly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, who knows it's Portland, so they'll probably say they have rights to it now. Which there's probably some Oregon law where they do have rights to it now. Portland's one messed up place. Another video of these guys. So Kevin Dahlgren and his friend, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and then his friend Tara, she's a photographer. They are I mean, they basically they basically document the homeless population in Portland, both of them. They spend a lot of time with the homeless population. They do a lot of work. Oh yeah, no, they will. They absolutely will. But they had another. Let me see if I can find the one, which is crazy. Was people like living underground. Like there's a whole section of Portland that lives like underground. Oh, now I'm not gonna be able to find it, am I? Damn it. Oh yeah, here we go. Exploring the underground living spaces of Portland, sometimes scary, usually filthy, always interesting. And she does some really good photography. She's an excellent photographer. But this is so here's Kevin searching for the mole people living under the city. Tara, Fal, and I were tipped off that some homeless have been living in underground caverns for many years. Getting there was difficult, and in certain places an extremely tight fit. Once we made it into the main chamber, I'm going to read this. Once we made it into the main chamber, we found multiple old homeless camps with no people. Went to a second location, hit pay dirt, though a near impossible hole, and then down a long cavern, we came to a small door. On it was written, Heaven's Demon Hell Baby Corridor. The man who had been living there several years, we were allowed to peek but not go inside. He did not want to be interviewed, but okay that we filmed from a distance. So, I mean, look at that tight fit. Look at that.
Whoa.
Look.
What is that?
Look at that.
It's like Ace Ventura.
Insane. I mean, what people will do for shelter, I guess. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Golly mama. Going around bolts and through holes. And then there was another one where...
See you tomorrow.
Hey, have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
So there was the Heaven's Demon Hell Baby Corridor. Oh, I guess they spelled it with 2 O's in the other one, but I guess they spelled it right. See, it says... So where, okay, so this one, this is how they had to fit through these bars here. Oh, I guess this is the guy that lives there. That's not the same. It's not Kevin.
Dude.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I got several backpacks, boxes, full of goodies, treasures.
Yeah.
That, I found.
Are they're over here?
Yeah. See, it goes all the way back.
Yeah, some people just don't want to.
I would not be
Some people don't want to conform. I mean, I think you'll always have the shadow people. That makes that really explains it. And you know, this isn't just Portland. This is a funny statement. I love how I'm claustrophobic, afraid of heights, socially anxious, and afraid of spiders, and yet somehow I end up doing this. That's from Tara. Yeah. And she had a Coach bag with her. That's funny. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's not just this is not just what's happening in Oregon, Portland. It's happening all over the place. Happening in every city around the country. And instead of dealing with that, we give NGOs billions of dollars to resettle migrants that we've flown into the country. So instead of dealing with our homeless people, we bring in more people. How does that make any sense? It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Well, it does. It does if you want to crash the system. If your goal is to bring the system down so you can make a new system, that is the goal. All right. What else is in the news? Let's see. How about the insane? Oh, how about my sweatshirt? That's one thing too. My Geeks and Gamers sweatshirt. If you haven't, please check out the Geeks and Gamers channel. They are really doing some good stuff. They're a lot of fun. And I bought a sweatshirt. So there's the sleeve. You can see, I don't know how to turn. It's upside down, but you see what I mean. It's my Geeks and Gamers sweatshirt because I wanted to represent. So yeah, so in Atlanta, we have this trial going on called the YSL trial, the Young Slime Life, Young Successful Life. The state of Georgia, or Fulton County, where Fonnie Willis just happens to be. Fulton County had decided that a rapper named Young Thug. Let's take a look at Young Thug. So, images. This is Jeffrey Williams, or Young Thug. That's him there. And they decided that he is the leader of a street gang called YSL. And so they brought him and 6 other defendants. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So they brought him and 600 defendants up on RICO charges. So they said that you are running a criminal enterprise. And so because it's a criminal enterprise, then they can charge all of the defendants with all of the crimes. And so there were 60 some crimes that everybody was charged with. Now, this trial started back in November of last year. And it has been a giant mess since the beginning. The state, we'll call it Fulton County, has been nothing but deceitful the entire time. They have withheld evidence. They've just been completely crappy. Now, they had the original judge on the case, and there was a witness called Woody, and Judge Glanville was a male judge. He was the original judge on the case. And then there was Woody, who was the key witness for the prosecution. Woody was the big witness. And they gave Woody a deal. They said, we'll give you immunity if you testify against YSL. And he said, okay. And then he said he didn't. And then he said he would. And so the judge, and we talked about this a while back, but the judge and the prosecution met with Woody in the judge's chambers, and didn't tell the prosecutor or didn't tell the defense at all. Held a meeting with a witness outside of the defense, which is 100% illegal. It's as Patty said, is an ex parte meeting, 100% illegal. You have to inform the defense. The defense, it needs to be part of this, especially if you're going to tell the witness that they have to testify. Part of it was because Woody wanted to plead the fifth. And they said, well, no, you've got immunity. And they said, do I have immunity from the feds? And they're like, well, I don't know. And so then they went back and forth. And so then the lawyer, Miss Bumpus, yes, that was his lawyer's name, Miss Bumpus, she told the defense, hey, we all met in the judge's chambers. And the judge said, and so the defense wrote up a mistrial, said, I want to declare a mistrial because you had an illegal ex parte meeting with a witness. And Judge Glanville denied the motion and threatened to throw the defense lawyer in jail because he wouldn't tell the judge who told him. The judge was mad because he got ratted out. Not that he held this illegal meeting, that because he got ratted out. This is just part. This is just one little part of what they did to these defendants, right? They withheld evidence. They lied about evidence. They lied about having evidence they didn't have. There's still some question whether the prosecutor or the defense attorney has a video that he said he didn't, that the state said didn't exist. Some McDonald's recording of McDonald's of something that happened, right? So this has been a railroading this whole time. And then everything blew up last week when a witness basically got on the stand, said something he shouldn't have because the prosecutor gave him a picture that was not redacted. There was a piece of this picture that he shouldn't have said. It was incriminating. It was too incriminating against one of the defendants. And the defense attorney said, you can't say this part of it, which was, Free Quay was the thing. It all come down to Free Quay. Quay was one of the defendants, or the nickname of one of the defendants. The witness had already got on the stand and said, oh, he's been, he was in jail, so I didn't really hang out with him. Well, that's not something you should be saying because it's not relevant to the case. And then so he gets up on the stand. They hand him this picture. They say we're going to redact the Free Quay part from the picture. Well, they redact it from the thing that was on the screen, but they don't redact it from the actual picture. So they're quizzing this poor guy, and he's not very bright. He's a kid that has no education. He doesn't know what he's doing on the stand. He's giving them the answers that he thinks that he should be giving them, but he's trying not to rat on his friends. And so they keep asking him, hey, what other hashtag does that picture say? Because it's a posting from Instagram. Picture from a post from Instagram. And he happens to say Free Quay. And the lawyer and the defense attorney goes, "Oh my God, we talked about this. He can't be saying that." Asked for a mistrial. And the judge says, ask for mistrial, the type of mistrial. So they asked for a mistrial with prejudice, which means they couldn't bring it back up. The judge says, no, I won't give you that mistrial, but I'll give you a mistrial without prejudice, which means we can start the whole process over. So this has been going on for a year. And so everybody freaks out. So they go and they start having discussions. I'm getting to the important part here. They go and they start having discussions. And they want to make plea deals. And so there's 6 defendants. And so they make a plea deal with 3 of them. So was 3 of them yesterday, or 2 of them the first day. That, one guy was facing like 2 consecutive life sentences plus 100 years. He was never going to get out of prison. And he's basically going to do 7 years and get out probably in 5 because they're going to give him credit, or 4 because they're going to give him credit for time served. So instead of getting 2 life sentences plus 100 years, they settled for like 5 years total or 4 years total, plus what he's already served, because these guys have been in jail since 2020. And Young Thug was pretty popular rapper, right? He was a multimillionaire. I guess he played with Lil Wayne and did something with Cardi B. And I mean, he was a pretty big deal until they threw him in jail. So then today, so he's the main defendant, right? He is the one that all of this RICO stuff hinges on. Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug. So they have been, since this whole thing started with the freakway and everybody freaking out, they've been trying to come up with a plea deal for Young Thug. Right there. But they haven't been, because it was some of the special circumstances. They were going to let him out of, they were going to not have him do any jail time, but they wanted to make it really restrictive for him to be able to go back out and perform again. They wanted to make it so he couldn't go back out and perform again. They wanted him to basically be tethered to a leash at home and all this stuff for multiple years. It's basically house arrest. And he said, and so the negotiations broke down. And then they said, and so his lawyer said, we should move on with the case because I think you're winning. But that's going to take multiple more months. It was going to, the defense, or the state wasn't even going to rest until after Christmas. The judge was trying to say, you need to have this case done by the end of the year, but the state wouldn't even agree to that. So this case would go on for multiple more months. And so Young Thug today said, okay, we don't have a plea agreement. I'm going to plead. So they basically agreed to have a non negotiated plea deal. So he pleads guilty to one offense. He pleads no contest to like 4 or 5 other offenses. And they'll drop the other ones. And then the judge gets to decide his punishment, right? And so the state said they wanted 45 years. And they wanted him to serve a bunch of that. And I just screwed that up completely. So let's take a look here. And so I wanted to get into wanted to get into this reaction from one of the folks from LawTube, as it's known. Let's see if I can find here.
Of 45 years.
So this is what this is the state saying that they wanted to
asking them,
do.
okay, there was another offer. Let's see what this other offer was. It better not be something good. If it's good, these lawyers have done him dirty.
Honor, at this time, the state is making a recommendation of 45 years with 25 to serve in custody, followed by 20 on probation. Subject
25
to
years,
the
huh?
special requirements.
You're gonna do a quarter, huh?
The gang statute.
Hold on. Let's
to
see.
the
Let's something else
by
with that.
20 on probation. Recommendation of 45 years with 25 to serve in custody, followed by 20 on probation,
20 on
subject to the special requirements of 1615 for the gang statute.
All right. 45 years. 25 in
So
custody.
that's what the prosecutor wants. 45 years, serve 20 years. Oh, just wait. No. So just wait. So then the defense basically gets up there, lays out their case.
Since it was to follow the probated sentence.
So let's see what the defense says.
The snitch.
Recommendation is a
All right, so I don't know. So the defense basically says, the defense says everything, because the prosecution went on and on and on about how much sorry, I'm distracted. I had to text Cat. All right. So the the state lays out a bunch of their case, or a bunch of their theory of the case. The defense says that is a bunch of bullshit. What that guy just said, or what that lady just said, is a bunch of crap. Here's what I've got. I've got all of this evidence that says that Mr. Williams was not actually part of what was going on. A lot of this evidence was made up. And so he laid out a pretty strong case. So they decide to, just like I said, let the judge decide what the sentence was going to be. So here we go. And the reason let me preface this, too. The reason I'm bringing up with these two guys is because of this pale, bald, chunky little guy here named Kurt, or Uncivil Law, as his channel name is. He gets completely angry at what the sentence is. But let's go through the sentence first, and then let's look at the old pale white cracker Kurt to see.
He's asking for 40 years probation. I'm
See what
giving him a
happens.
10-year break on it. Well, let's
You're
see.
generous.
Yeah,
I don't think I seriously doubt I would give him that generous of
I'm
sentence.
giving the whole 10 years.
Better lawyer than Keith Adams.
Mr. Adams, do you want to add anything to the record?
So here's.
Your Honor, I don't know that there's really much to add, Mr. In your heart to allow me.
Yeah, we got paid more.
So,
Thank you so much.
he makes a little statement. He says, "I'm sorry. I take responsibility for what I'm taking responsibility for."
I know the heights I've reached. I know the impact I got on people, period, in the community.
And so he says, "I will do better."
Late, like these past 2
likely outcomes. And
so then the judge says, you've got to do better.
You've been in here watching the trial, and you've seen the pictures of Mr. Ryan
posing with a gun as big as he is at 15 years old and going out and shooting and killing another teenager. And that's what gangs do. And that's unfortunately a lot of what rap music does. And if you are a modern day John Lennon, you know, I mean, he might have rapped too in this day and age. I don't know. But
John Lennon?
I know
The
you're
Beatles?
talented. And even if you choose to continue to rap, you need to try to use your influence to let kids know that that is not the way to go. And that there are ways out of poverty besides hooking up with the powerful guy at the end of the street selling drugs. And, you know, I know that happens for protection sometimes, but a much better way would be getting an education and setting, you know, hanging around with people who set a good example.
Okay, so that's all wonderful and all, but when you are living in the neighborhoods that these folks are living in, I mean, the options are limited. They really are. And, you know, I don't want to get into a whole philosophical argument here, but I mean, a lot of folks just are already have a couple of strikes against them. And the culture of not trying to better yourself is bad too. So yes, that'd be great if you could get an education and not hang out with bad people, but there's already so many obstacles that these guys have to get over. So
And
here's
you'd be
so
one of those
anyway.
people that sets a good example. I mean, all right, so that's my high horse on that. I could also go on, but I want you to try to be
So she did say that
one of the gang counts.
that the state was going to let him get, you know, the state was going to negotiate with him where he didn't have to serve any time. So
And was willing to
she even
entirely
said that.
dismiss this, you know, machine gun count. Was willing to give a sentence that permitted Mr. Williams to walk out of the door today,
Yeah.
and therefore does not seem to be particularly worried that Mr. Williams, if on the streets, would be a danger to society. I'm taking that into consideration and crafting my sentence.
What kind of softy judge is this?
So I don't know if Kurt's really followed this trial and how just bunch of BS this trial has been, but he gets so much worse.
And in permitting a nolo plea to the RICO count in one of the two gang counts, I would not be permitting the nolo to the one if you were not pleading guilty to at least one of them. But you are, and y'all admit a factual basis for the counts that you are pleading guilty to. I find there to be a factual basis for those counts and for the remaining counts with which you are charged. I'm going to impose a sentence, and I've taken a little bit of the suggested special conditions from the defense and a little bit of the special conditions suggested by the prosecution.
Now, keep in mind, there are still 2 defendants that have not taken a plea. So this case will go forward with 2 defendants.
On count 1, the court sentence is 20 years to serve 5 years, commuted to time served. The balance of
Commuted to time served, so 0. And you'll hear Nate call this out.
15 years to be probated and a $25,000 fine.
0, but
On count
25K.
2, the sentence is 5 years to serve, commuted to time served. That's the minimum sentence that's permitted
0.
on that count.
2 zeros.
It is required to be run consecutively. I'm going to run it consecutive to count 1, but I'm going to backload. Oh, I'm sorry, that is not commuted. That is 5 years to serve, and it's going to be run consecutively to count 1, backloaded, by which I mean after you serve your 15 years of probation. If you have been successful on that probation, and I sincerely hope that you are, then at the end of that 15 years, I will commute the entire rest of any service portion of your sentence to time served. So I'll get to the end of it and give you the total sentence. But
15 years probation. Which,
I'm also going to
Yeah, she's
so
already
let's-
like
let's zero.
with regard to that count. Count 57, 20 years to serve 5, commuted to time served. The balance of 15 years
Yeah,
probated,
all right.
concurrent with count 1. Count 58, 10 years to serve 5, commuted to time served.
0.
Balance probated, concurrent with count 1. 59, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count
0.
1. 60, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1.
0.
Count 61, 5 years to serve. That is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded. Count 62,
Zero.
10 years to serve, also required to be served consecutively. That's going to be consecutive to count 61,
Backloaded,
also
though.
backloaded. So essentially, the
going
total
home.
sentence is 40 years.
That's right. He is getting out. He will not serve another day in jail.
To serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation, followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation. If you are successful in completing your 15 years probation, that will be commuted to time served.
Unfucking believable.
You are
So look how mad this guy gets. Now, Kurt, he is a good lawyer, I guess, for what he does. He's not a trial attorney. He's never done a trial. He was a patent attorney before. I think he's decided to just do his YouTube channel. And I mean, he's got quite a few subscribers. But I don't understand why he's so invested in this. I don't get it. I don't get why he gets so angry at this.
to remain on reporting status for the first half of your probation, active reporting for the first 7.5 years of your probation, and that
You have
is
to report after 7 years.
pursuant to OCGA 17-10-1, subsection 2,
So it's probation.
2A.
For
Mr. Steele and
6
Mr.
major
Adams,
felonies.
in order to keep him on reporting status, there needs to be good cause shown. We all concede that good cause is shown here.
Stipulate.
All right, I appreciate that. Special conditions of your probation.
What the cost? What do you mean?
Can I have a second, Your Honor?
Sure.
If they say shut the fuck
Fucking
up.
believable.
You're about to go home. Shut up. Shut
You
up.
had enough time to talk with your attorneys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We
All right,
we
special
talk.
conditions of your probation. After 48 hours from your release, you are to stay away from the metro Atlanta area, and that's defined by the U.S. Census Bureau. It may change, but you can look that up
His
anytime
lawyers
to figure
won.
out what that is. For the first 10 years of your probation, subject to the following exceptions, you are permitted to be in the metro Atlanta area to attend any wedding, funeral,
So
or
they're basically
graduation.
saying, don't
And
come
during
to
each year of your
Atlanta.
probation, I'm going to require that you come to the metro Atlanta area and make a live anti-gang and anti-gun violence presentation 4 times a year, each year of your probation, at a grade school, a middle school, a boys or girls club, anything like that, that type of group. And if you want to, that presentation can include a benefit concert, and these presentations may count towards your required community service
You can do
hours, which I'm
both.
going to impose, that during each year of your probation, you
Concerts as
perform
community
100 hours
service.
of
You've got to
community
be
service.
fucking with me.
You are, and this is required by the fact that there's a gang conviction. You shall not knowingly have contact of
All
any
of them.
kind or character with any other member or
40 years
associate
suspended.
of any
40.
criminal street gang.
40 years suspended.
Exception to that, if your brother is a member of any street gang or any criminal street gang activity, including on any social arm's reach of a firearm that is in the possession of
Can't
either
be near a
licensed law enforcement or
firearm because
licensed
you're a
security
felon.
personnel that are in your security grant leniency in sentencing when, quote, the interest of the public in the effective administration of criminal justice are served, unquote.
That's what she's
And
being
I think
lenient.
that this plea is in the interest of the public and in the interest of effective administration of justice. Have
You
been
were out
trying
of
to
your
ensure that to the extent I
damn
can, this
mind.
trial also
Kingsley, I agree.
abides by that. It's been challenging. Understand what they must, anybody must be go.
This is an absolute travesty of justice.
You think it's
So this is an absolute travesty of
This
justice.
is an absolute travesty of justice.
You think it's
This
that
is-
bad?
This is a travesty of justice.
You
I
said
assume
travesty of justice.
I assume the state has the right to appeal, and I would appeal. This
would
is an
appeal- you'd
absolute
appeal this
travesty of
sentence.
justice.
You'd appeal this.
Yeah, I'd
sentence.
appeal. I'd appeal. I'd absolutely appeal this sentence. It's manifestly unjust. It is ridiculous. It is absurd.
You plead guilty. It's top
RICO,
Rico,
gang activity,
machine gun.
shootings. I mean, she laid out all the factual basis: shootings, drive-bys.
You have a
And he gets
factual
walk?
basis. He's pleaded guilty to all major felonies, and he gets a walk. He gets to go home because he had a long trial. Because don't forget, after the arrest, the clock started, so he's been in jail for about the time they just time served him. 5 years you've been dealing with this. We're going to time serve you and give you 15 years probation.
Well, obviously, he's entitled to time served. That's not my problem, Nate.
No, your
He's
problem is
obviously
the fact that
entitled to time
that
served.
he-
He's obviously entitled.
And she's not even. And again, the judge is saying that
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, I mean, he rolled the dice too because she could have put him in jail for a long time.
she believes in the interest of justice. This is my sentence. This is mine. This makes this is well. an end to a crazy trial. Let's just admit that. An end to a crazy
Look,
trial.
I think this trial has been completely fucked up. I think this trial is completely fucked up, and I've said so many
Yeah.
times. I think this trial had appeal written all over it. I think this trial had reversal written all over it. I think you could even argue for some sort of reversal with dismissal, although that's obviously incredibly unusual. But there's a lot in this case that was completely fucked up. But having pled in a naked plea, and it's like, well, I'm just pleading. It's like, well, okay, now that's the posture of the case. It's like I'm going to judge from that frame. And now it's like, okay, so you plead and you don't get anything. It's like, it's a travesty, Nate. It's an absolute travesty of justice. It's a travesty of justice. I don't know if she's a Young Thug fan. She'll probably have a front row seat at any Young Thug concert for the rest of her life.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. They both should have been walking here, and these two, I mean, just
She's got that going for her.
so this shows you. I mean, even these lawyers, right? The evidence against him has been crap. The stuff that the prosecution has done has been crap. You can't just do that. But these two, he was a former prosecutor. He's obviously a law and order kind of attorney. So these are state stooges. That's what I like to call people. These are the same people that think Karen Reed is guilty. The state is immutable. The state is not wrong. Even when the state is wrong, the state is not wrong. Law and order, back the blue no matter what. So if they brought these charges, they have to actually
get those behind the scene passes, I'm sure.
So now he's going to come up with every excuse.
Yeah, this is
she's gonna show up on stage on a concert.
Everyone's Kurt. They say you're wrong, Kurt. You are so wrong. Why is he so wrong? The guy
About
literally
what?
He's pleaded guilty.
About what am I wrong?
All right, let's do this. All the mob.
I mean, so I don't know if it's
felony.
I
and
just
don't forget,
I don't
because it's not
get
just
it.
the RICO charge. You get the RICO.
Kurt is just I have never really Kurt is a weird mofo. There was a time, so he's been on, Rekieta basically launched his whole thing. He basically hung off Rekieta's nutsack. And then when Rekieta's going through all this stuff, he was like, Mr. Rekieta can do no wrong. So that's the one time when he wasn't a state stooge. It's when his buddy Rekieta was in trouble. Now the cops are bad in that case. But any other case, by God, the state is right. There was a time when he attacked, like completely went off on another streamer named Megan Fox. Megan Fox, they were all in this panel thing, and they were talking about how they're talking about basically dating in the 21st century. And so obviously Kurt does not have anybody. So basically Megan was talking about how, go out and meet people, meet people at the hardware store or at the grocery store or whatever. And Kurt got angry about this, mad about this mad like he's mad here, and just basically went off on Megan Fox because she said you should go out and meet somebody at a certain place. So he's a weird dude, right? Like if he's just a weirdo. So for him to get all as mad as he is here is kind of par for the course. But yeah, I mean,
predicates. So the RICO charge, the RICO predicates, the head of the gang, and the machine. Let's talk about the machine guns and all this other stuff. So you're talking about in each charge, you heard 15 to 20, 5 to 20, 5 to 20, minimum. And you get how serious the charges were because they were mandatory concurrent sentences, consecutive, not concurrent. So they're mandatory consecutive sentences, not even concurrent. So yeah, I don't see how you get how he gets a walk at 15 years probation. This is like unbelievably bad. We got this one wrong because I thought for sure he was going to serve. Well, he did. He served 5 years.
I mean, I literally laughed so hard at the suggestion that like he have a tour a year. I literally laughed out loud and took a full like 10 seconds or something for me to regain my composure. I was like, this is so ridiculous of an ask. I can't believe the words are coming out of your mouth. And then the judge is like, not only can you do that, but it'll count for your credit. It's like, yeah, I want you to do some, and you can do a benefit concert and it counts for your probation.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, dude. I mean, come on.
Well,
so it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, he is. I mean, yeah. Oh, beyond. Yeah, exactly. The Ricada stuff too. I mean, good Lord. Oh yeah. So the judge is horrible.
Come up with words that are respectful, but I don't. Yeah, this is an absolute travesty of justice. This makes absolutely no logical sense. It's an abomination of justice. She is a horrible judge. I hope she gets impeached. She sucks.
No, Kurt. There's somebody in this whole conversation that sucks, and it's not the judge, buddy. You have some issues that you need to work through. The state is not always right. The state is not always the good guy.
It's that bad.
I hope the state appeals. I hope the Court of Appeals reverses. It has been known to happen before.
They're not gonna reverse a freaking plea. They're not gonna reverse a judge's decision. They're just not.
Really have an issue with
it is in my humble opinion, it is an abuse of discretion.
Your humble opinion, yeah. Don't your humble opinion my ass, buddy.
Is
wow, it's that bad. It's that
And
bad.
I get it. I'm not an attorney. But from what I've seen, because I've watched some of this trial, and it has been a joke. The trial has actually been a joke. I mean, they gave the guy facing, 200 years, they gave him 4 or 5 years, and he had the most charges against him. So yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, it has, and they can't even. They don't even have great. They don't even have like super great evidence that it was a gang. So it drives me crazy. This shit drives me crazy. It drives me nuts. And I don't know what I did here. What did I do? I totally. There we go. Until I hit a button and changed my whole view of what I was looking at on the screen. All right. So yeah, I wanted but I thought it was just. I thought it was just exactly what needed to happen. Because oh yeah. No, exactly. The defense proved what they needed to prove. I mean, the defense did a great job, and even in his argument today, he made the point that, like the prosecutor used lyrics of songs in their argument. They used lyrics of songs in their argument to say that he should be punished. But they used lyrics that he didn't even sing, that other people sang in songs that he was in, and used that as evidence that he did something wrong. So that's messed up. I mean, if you can't even it's not even coming out of Thug's mouth. It was coming out of somebody else's mouth in a song, and they're going to use that against him. Insane. Insanity. It's nuts. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I've gone on for an hour or so. I don't think I got really anything else. Well, there is the whole New York freaking Times deciding that, basically, if you're not the New York Times or a mainstream media source, oh, yeah, no, lead attorney was great. He was blown away. He was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they're getting off." But he was totally on board with that. Yeah, he was blown away. He thought he was surprised that he was walking too, but so yeah, so we got this hit piece in the New York Times that they took this thing called Media Matters, which is basically just a completely biased left-wing organization that is their sole goal is to shut down any kind of conservative thought whatsoever. They just can't have it. So they're saying that they went after like 30 people on that have, YouTube things, and basically said that they're spouting misinformation and they need to be deplatformed.
Conservative commentators are accusing the New York Times of working with a left-wing group to
Yes.
try and silence them.
Commentators, including Ben Shapiro and Benny Johnson, say a New York Times reporter has reached out to them about what they believe is a possible hit piece the Times is writing about their coverage of Vice President Harris.
Oh yeah, they did. They absolutely did. They're basically saying that all of these people are telling lies and half-truths and conspiracy theories, and they need to be thrown off of YouTube because they don't agree with Kamala Harris, which is complete crap. So here was what Ben Shapiro got. Let me see if I can hide that. Oh, where did I put it? I got so many things open now. I guess I can shut some of these. Do. All right. I need to go back to my bookmarks. Give me 1 second. All right. Ben. All right. So this is the email that Ben Shapiro got. Hi, Ben. I'm a tech reporter at the Washington Post. Also, this is the Washington Post story. Where's the New York Times one? All right, hang on. Let me find the New York Times one. Damn it. Thought I had it. So the New York Times reached out to Ben and all of these other folks and basically said, we, in coordination with Media Matters, have decided that you are guilty of misinformation. And so basically their conclusion. All right, so here we go. So this is today. This is actually the hit piece came out today. So we're 5 days out from the election, and the coordinated media hit from the New York Times is here. So in the podcast election, top shows cast doubt on the integrity of the 2024 vote. Well, no, they actually don't. They actually haven't. Indeed, just hours apart, the two most prestigious legacy media newspapers of the country have released pieces attempting to quash dissemination of conservative media. Both pieces are trash. The New York Times, of course, argues at the basis of Media Matters research that YouTube is essentially making money off election denialism. YouTube, which is owned by Google, has prided itself on connecting viewers with authoritative information about elections. But in this presidential contest, it acts as a megaphone for conspiracy theories. The commenters use false narratives about 2020 as a foundation for elaborate claims 2024 is also rigged, while YouTube makes money from them. Well, no, they've shown actual parts where stuff is not right. So what is the grave threat identified by Media Matters and the New York Times? In my case, the threat is that I said Democrats rigged voting rules in 2020 in order to increase mail-in voting and ballot harvesting, which they did. They changed the rules. There's no denying that they changed the rules to make mail-in voting and then harvested a whole bunch of ballots. They did that. But according to the Times, YouTube ought to take down shows like mine. Otherwise, they're apparently profiteering off the grave evil of conservative viewpoints being disseminated. To the credit of YouTube, they've said that none of the 286 videos violated its community guidelines. So they took 286 videos from these people and shoved them to YouTube to try to get YouTube to ban these people. This is the evil that we are dealing with right now. This is the legacy media freaking out because their influence is waning, because nobody buys their crap anymore. Nobody believes their crap anymore. So it's a pathetic hit piece, but the Washington Post piece is even worse. In that piece, the Post claims that podcasts are ruining America. Joe Rogan has one of the largest audiences in the United States, but that's ruining America. What is my particular sin? Apparently the sin is I hosted Donald Trump, former and likely future president of the United States, which is very bad. During October appearances on the Shapiro and Rogan shows, Trump said that Democrats were cheating and the media was interfering with the election. Their conclusion, you guessed it, shut it all down. We need to regulate podcasts. We need to regulate these people. We need the Bureau undermining misinformation. So they need a bureau that I created for my show. They actually want that to happen. These people actually want that for our country. Yeah, we have gone insane. Like I said earlier, like I said to start this thing, we have gone insane. We now think that if you don't agree with us, you should not have a platform. Well, they've always thought that, but now they're actually attempting to make it happen. So I don't know. The whole damn thing has gone crazy. As Michael handed me this earlier, I'm going to close with this. It says, live, laugh, toaster, bath. From the mind of Michael, we get live, laugh, toaster, bath. Yes. Yes. Live, laugh, toaster, bath. I think that's going to be my new motto. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that my new motto. Live, laugh, toaster, bath. Oh my God. All right. Well, we'll actually be back tomorrow night. No burlesque shows. No emergency burlesque shows that I have to go film, that's what I did last Friday. We're actually going to show you a little bit of Jody's skit from her thing, which was kind of fun. So we'll show you a little bit of that. And yeah, we'll all get together tomorrow. We'll have the whole group here finally back for another fun day. And then next week, Tuesday night, it is election day in the United States. God only knows what the hell we are up against that day. Hopefully it's a wonderful night and everybody is happy when it's over, but we'll see. Not everybody's going to be happy when it's over. Some people are going to be mad. Some people are going to be not. Some people will be celebrating and some people won't. But I don't know why my phone just decided to go off. Stop that. Okay. But I am out. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Love y'all. Have a good